Drink Cinema! Cheers. Welcome to another episode of Two Drink Cinema. We are 2 out of 3 brothers reviewing iconic movies, 2 drinks at a time. Hello, Brett.
Hello, Lee.
How are you?
Good. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata is correct. What a month it's been for us.
Oh.
First live event.
Can you imagine?
So much fun it was.
It was amazing.
I reckon.
Can't wait to do it again.
I was going to say that was fun.
It sounded so insincere, but I genuinely...
We should do it again.
I think we should. I reckon we should watch something...
Scary. 2 weeks' time we will be. We'll be watching Nightmare on Elm Street 2: Freddy's Revenge.
Can't wait.
Arguably the most homoerotic of all 80s slashers films.
Which is saying something.
That is saying a lot.
Because I've seen Johnny Depp in a crop top.
Although 80s slashers, I think, are more known for their tits. Like Halloween.
Yep.
Anyway, let's not talk about that. We will
true.
talk about all of that at our next live event for Rainbow Popcorn at Pride. And the link for that, as always, is in the episode description. But today we are talking about 1994's... You watched 1994, right?
The one with Beyonce?
Yeah.
Yep.
1994's The Lion King.
I did think of that while watching it.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
I love when this one got rolled up. We were both just like, yeah, we're doing the 94 one.
Yeah, we didn't even consider that they'd made a remake.
2021 didn't even enter into it. But we also have coming soon the prequel,
Mufasa.
An origin story.
Yeah.
He goes up into the mountains and fights Liam Neeson and then has to come back and save his hometown from the bad guys. That's Batman Begins.
Oh, I thought that
story.
was like Phantom Menace.
No. Liam Neeson is also in that origin story as well.
He's also played a lion in Narnia.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. 6 degrees of Liam Neeson. There you go. I made a cocktail.
The Lion King. You made a cocktail. It is lion. I'd say yellowy brown.
Yep.
That's one of my favourite jokes in the movie.
You know what I'm going to call it? Circle of Life.
You could have put... Actually, I'm not going to say that because my not stocking up of the bar is probably what you would have done with the ingredient that I don't have that I was about to suggest. You had done a little bit of sunrise action.
Anyway.
What's in it?
It's got in it vodka.
Yep.
Peach schnapps, which is getting a decent run this year.
Yeah.
An old friend, banana.
Oh, Voc banana.
And mango nectar / juice because they don't sell mango juice at Woolworths.
You could have got an orange and mango because I know you love an orange and mango
but then
juice.
I wanted to do something that wasn't orange juice because I feel like I do a lot of cocktails that are just something and either orange juice or pineapple juice.
You quite often do leave 870 mils of orange juice in my fridge.
Yeah. So then I'm just thinking like there's a lot of times it's just a couple of different rums and a pineapple juice. I'm like, no, let's do something different.
Let's do something that more resembles a cocktail than rum and pineapple.
Banana.
Cheers.
Cheers. I don't know how peach and banana go together.
These are my favourite glasses too, by the way.
Ooh. Ooh. I don't know if that's good.
It tastes...
I feel like there's not much taste, which is weird because there's a lot of stuff in it.
There's a lot of mouthfeel.
Yeah, it's the weird texture, maybe because it's nectar, not juice.
Nectar, not juice, has made it thicker than I expected it would be.
Yeah, I'm not getting much banana.
A bit like Nala ended up thicker than Simba expected her to be. Or,
as I'm taking a sip, Lee, thank you.
Could have said that joke the other way round. I like it.
It's pretty good.
It's sweet.
It's not
I actually
African.
I like the nectar. No, it's not African.
It's pretty good. I'll take that. As usual, it could be better if it was just finessed.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to take some classes. Nah.
Just, well, if we'd go into Pride once a month and you're coming up with a cocktail with Mon,
I'll get
like you
real
did
life experience.
so well for Hairspray. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what you come up with for Halloween 2 Freddy's Revenge.
Shit.
You're already onto it, right? You've got the recipe.
Yep, I haven't even seen the movie, but I'm onto it.
Good. I got on IMDb to find the taglines for The Lion King.
Yes, okay.
And they gave me 4. 2 of them are irrelevant.
Okay, is one, it means no worries?
No.
Is one, the circle of life?
Yes. One also is see it for the first time ever in 3D, but that was for the
They re-released it?
2011 3D re-release.
Right. 2011, that's a weird year.
The other one was The King Has Returned for the Christmas 2002 IMAX release.
Okay.
So not relevant to 1994.
Yeah.
Then the other 2, the real ones apparently, were The Circle of Life and The Greatest Adventure of All is Finding Our Place in the Circle of Life.
When the day we
Till we
arrive
find
on
our
the
place.
planet and blinking step into the sun.
Oh, and he actually blinks.
There was more to... Okay, let's
Anyway,
go.
we can't.
This isn't a sing-along podcast.
I don't know if this isn't an adventure movie, though.
It's a coming of age.
Yeah.
I think it's a coming of age movie.
It's Hamlet.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
But isn't it more... So Hamlet... Okay.
Hamlet's a prince.
Isn't it start when Kenneth Branagh comes back?
I don't think so.
Maybe I need to watch Hamlet. No, I'm not doing that.
Everywhere that I've read says primarily inspired by Hamlet.
I know there's
and I know
inspirations.
that Hamlet is the Prince of Denmark.
Pride
and
Rock.
then the uncle fucks him off so he can be king.
Because much like the Sahara, a lot of light touches Denmark. So Prince Frederick...
At certain parts of the year it does.
Prince
'cause
Mary.
it's so far north.
Prince Mary is Nala.
Yeah. All the way from Tasmania.
There you go.
And maybe...
Yep.
Maybe the fact that it's dark and there's no food for all of Scar's reign is the long nights of winter that they have far north in Scandinavia.
Right.
Or maybe it's just a drought. Those things happen.
I think
We'll get to
I
that.
have a question about that, yes.
I have a couple of questions about the movie.
Yeah.
We have already discussed The Lion King and the epic opening. It was part of our top 5 epic openings when we reviewed Gladiator. And it certainly is epic. You know what?
It's so good.
One of the most epic things about it
Is the end?
is the actual title. When it
Oh, when
goes...
she says, I was watching it, I'm like, and it goes, and I'm like, okay, end of the movie. That was really great.
Yeah.
That was a great short film.
If Pixar releases that as a short,
Yeah.
I'm crying.
That's getting an Oscar nomination.
Yeah. But no, there's another hour and 30 to go.
Yeah.
But that is an epic opening and an epic way to show the title of a film.
Oh, it's great.
But it also establishes kind of sets the precedent of the movie. Is that there is a prince who is going to inherit the earth. Not the earth, but everything the light touches.
Everything the light touches.
And so it really, it sets up Simba. And without any words, is like, this guy's going to be the guy.
Yeah.
Which does it super well. And all of the animals cheer, even though they probably got eaten the next day.
But that's the circle of life, and it moves us all.
Yeah, and I guess, according to Mufasa, the antelopes respect being eaten.
Because they understand. I understand the circle of life, but that doesn't mean I want to be eaten.
But you you owe the lions because you only have grass because the lions died.
So I'm trying to think because we're the top of the food chain.
Yeah, yeah. But when we die, we feed the cows
The bugs that make the grass.
who graze on a cemetery that we're buried in.
Yeah. What if I'm cremated?
Then ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Ah, yep, great.
And the Lord God, our Saviour,
Hallowed be thy name.
circles the life on our behalf.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah, okay, great.
We're getting in our bi-monthly Christian reference.
Yeah, yeah.
Very interesting personification. Because even though the lion is the king of the jungle, one,
Yes.
there's no jungle in this movie. Two, not in Pride Rock anyway. Two, I don't think they bow to him.
It was interesting that it's just like...
They've made a royal court out of the wilds of Africa.
Yeah, it's like if it was a chess set. No.
No, there are horses though, zebras.
Zebras are the horses. Zazu's a pawn because he just gets mistreated like fuck.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
it's the royal court. It's the Aquarius. Zazu's the Aquarius. There's the king and the prince, and then the brother of the king.
I was wondering what the hell you meant about Aquarius.
I was going back to our red, white, and royal blue episode. Equerry. Sean the Equerry is Zazu Rowan Atkinson.
And the hyenas are the help. Bit of racism, but anyway.
Speaking of racism,
No,
actually, I don't know if this is racist.
Okay.
Why is JTT white? Everyone else is black.
Matthew Broderick.
Why is Simba white?
True.
Of all the lions, like when he has that first
Jeremy
conversation
Irons.
with Nala,
Yeah.
I'm like, is this an episode of That's So Raven? Like, it was very clearly the kid from the white show, Home Improvement, talking to a girl that's in a black show on the Disney Channel or Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
It was so that, and Sarabi is that as well.
Yeah.
Not that I don't want to sound like I'm stereotyping, but when you listen to them,
Yes.
some are more black than others, and everyone, even probably Jeremy Irons, is more black than JTT.
Okay. Yep.
Which obviously the remake didn't do that. The only white people in that are Zazu and Timon and Pumbaa, really. But I just thought that was an interesting choice.
Yeah. It was just a bit jarring for me because it was his voice is so American.
Yeah. Contrasted to James Earl Jones's voice, who is the voice. And then Jeremy Irons' gay uncle voice.
Yeah.
And Rowan Atkinson being Rowan Atkinson, the butler.
Mm.
He was a little American bratty.
Yeah. It's his whole career.
The story, though, from then, within 10 minutes, everyone's introduced.
Oh, yeah.
Mufasa,
Even the
Scar,
baby giraffe.
Zazu, Rafiki, Simba, Nala are all in.
Yep.
And we get stuff explained to us because Simba is a cub and needs it explained to him, which is a very good story device. Scar, I've already mentioned it. Extra AF.
The second gayest Disney villain. The third gayest Disney villain.
So there's Jafar.
Jafar.
He's even more extra than Jeremy Irons too.
He's the gayest.
Who's the second gayest? Now?
Ursula.
Oh yeah, the drag queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. But Jafar's gayer. So he just needs Jasmine as a beard.
Yeah.
That's why he wants to marry her.
Yeah, to get power. Like Abraham Lincoln.
That's a reference to Bros. If you're the estate of Lincoln, don't sue us.
Don't sue me.
Or the estate of Mary Todd. what's that in? She's like, Mary Todd. And she's like, I'm also probably bipolar.
Glee.
Thank you. Oh, that's because
Gwyneth Paltrow.
I was
Anyway.
I was talking to someone about the writing classes that I teach, and we had last week was book week, so to connect to that with the writing classes that I teach,
What you dress up as?
dressed up as Willy Wonka because I already have it in the costume cupboard here.
Great.
And I was like, I should dress up more often, like Gwyneth Paltrow from Glee, and that's
Vagina
Todd.
Junction. What's your...
like. I'm also probably bipolar. She says my husband was gay.
Her husband
sure
was
in that.
probably gay. Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Did you replay the whole scene in your head then?
I did a bit, yeah.
My favourite bit of Scar being so extra is when he's just talking, and then he just goes, oh.
Yeah.
And just like,
He just
slumps.
collapses. It's like, I've had enough of today.
Yeah, he's just like, if there was a chaise...
Somebody get me a fucking mimosa.
If there was a chaise lounge, he
Oh.
just walked in and just gone,
Yeah.
on the chaise.
He's gayer than Nathan Lane in this.
Was this before Nathan Lane came out?
Yeah, because I think it was before the Birdcage, and I don't think it was out during the Birdcage.
No, he
there was
wasn't.
all those questions about.
There was that time that Robin Williams saved him from Oprah, which I'll now see twice more tomorrow on my Facebook
There
feed.
you go. As long as I see also the clip of Nathan Lane walking like John Wayne, I'm fine.
And then Nathan Lane squealing and that person reacting. So they set up that Scar is seems like an all talk threat.
Yep.
Just he's not going to do anything, and it's not quite as far as Commodus and Lucius in Gladiator,
No.
but it's very clear that Scar hates Simba because he's knocked him off the next in line to the throne, even though now apparently they're not brothers according to the prequel.
Well, they're different colours.
They were different colours in this movie, and according to the trailer of the prequel, Scar's family adopted Mufasa.
Yep.
So then, so I've seen memes that's been like, if I convinced my family to adopt this guy and then that guy ends up king, I'd fucking hate him too.
I'd kill him. I'd want to kill him as well. Yeah.
But then, at first we kind of see Scar and the hyenas as separate threats, but then after that stuff with Simba being threatened by the hyenas, Scar is there, and then we're like, oh, fucking shit's about to get real.
Yeah, and then big song with Green Smoke.
Big song with Green Smoke. Didn't hold back from the Nazi look of that song, did they?
Okay, yep. Now I'm thinking of it. Yep.
Well done by Scar to know that a volcanic event was about to happen to time with his song.
Great. The gays know what they're doing, Lee. The gays know how to entertain.
He's like,
He's an old queen. He's been preparing for this for years.
He's like, oh, I do want to kill Mufasa. And then he's like, I think this bitch is about to erupt.
I do.
Band,
Yeah.
get ready.
I do want to kill Mufasa, but I don't just want to tell people.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And then, the volcanic eruption and his
then,
fucking mountain rises.
Yeah.
And then the hyenas goose step past him. They do.
Fuck. Yeah, no. It's funny because I can't deny it.
Yeah. It's a very interesting decision by Disney.
Well, no comment on Walt Disney.
Yeah, okay. That's true.
They unfroze him just to direct that scene.
Maybe it's in his freezing contract that every so often a movie needs to have a moment in it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that is dark. I don't
Like
like
Frozen 2. No.
I don't like that I just said that. I'm sorry, audience. I'm not joking about that.
So then Scar's there. Let's just change
So
the
then
subject.
Scar throws his brother into a ravine.
After
Much
the
less dark.
longest stampede in history.
It's like
How many fucking wildebeests are
every wildebeest from
there?
they
they all just were having a wildebeest convention at
You were
Pride
about
Rock.
to say from the
I
tri-state
was.
area.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking every wildebeest from here to, and then I couldn't think of anywhere. From here to, what's another Disney movie that's set in the desert? Because haven't we already linked this to another Disney movie?
Well, the desert is Agrabah. That's a different desert.
It's a different continent of desert, unless Agrabah's in Egypt. But I assume Agrabah is
in the Middle
meant
East.
to be in the Middle East.
Arabia.
Yeah. Agrabah's not a real place.
What about Nope.
An island. Hard for them to get across. It is.
Yeah.
Madagascar is in Africa.
I know.
But it's an island.
I can't think of another one that's set in Africa.
Every wildebeest from here to Casablanca.
Yep, there you go.
That's a movie that's set in Africa. And there were definitely wildebeest at Rick's.
What about El Dorado?
South America.
Shit. Yeah, I'm just being racist.
The L gives it away.
The Dorado, yeah.
Yeah. El Dorito. It's the same.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Because Doritos are gold. Fuck off. If I'm right,
You're not right.
I'm claiming it.
You're not right.
I'm claiming it until someone tells me I'm wrong.
Okay.
Any Spanish speakers listening, let us know.
I haven't got that far in Duolingo. I don't think it does that.
Mufasa's death, though, is brutal. Partly because it's his brother that kills him in front of his son. I'm right,
Spanish for gilded one.
Dorito?
El Dorado.
Oh.
Gilded one.
Yeah. Surely that comes from the same root word as Dorito.
The gilded one. The golden one.
Yeah. That's what El Dorado
But
means.
it doesn't say that El Dorado then became Dorito.
Dorito, root, word. Pause the whole podcast. Yep. The term Dorito is a contraction of Spanish doradito, little fried and golden thing, which is a diminutive of dorado, fried and golden thing.
The original product, though, was made at the Casa de Fritos, now Rancho del Zocalo.
There you go. Thanks. You know, I've done half a Masters of Linguistics. I know where words come from.
In Spanish?
No, but it's the same thing. Words come from words.
Okay. And then they become even more words.
Yeah.
And that's how you get a sentence. Because you put words together.
Okay.
We're only up to the stampede. We might need to speed
Speaking
this up.
of sentences, Scar gives Mufasa a death sentence.
Long
And throws him into the ravine and then convinces his brother that it's his nephew, that it's his fault and to run away.
And then he just does.
He does. Well, he's a little kid.
But he doesn't go, actually, I need to go talk to my mother first.
No, he's just like, your mother will hate you because you killed your father. Run away.
Run away.
And then as he's running away, the hyenas chase him, which confirms him the running away.
Yeah. Can't turn back now or get eaten by Whoopi Goldberg.
Then Timon and Whoopi Goldberg and Cheech or Chong. Isn't one of them Cheech or Chong?
I thought they were both.
And then he meets Timon and Pumbaa, who are funny. And one of my favourite lines, Nathan Lane says he looks blue, and Pumbaa says, I'd say yellowy brown.
What's the matter with you? Anyway.
Their jokes that are jokes are funnier than the jokes they make. The jokes that in the script are funnier than the jokes they make. Like, what's the matter with you?
The jokes in the script are funnier than the jokes they make.
Yeah, like, I'd say yellowy brown is funnier than what's the motto with you.
What's the difference?
One is the character making a joke.
What's the matter? They're both... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pumbaa's an idiot. Yeah.
Pumbaa's an
okay.
idiot.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
funny.
Yep.
Like when he says, I gravel at your feet.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But also when Timon says, sit down before you hurt yourself. When he's... Pumbaa's just trying to say stuff. Anyway, we get Hakuna Matata because we need another song.
We need a transition song.
Yeah, almost a montage. And he grows up and becomes hot and
So
then
does Nala.
eats bugs.
He eats bugs and he's fine with it.
And he's fine with it because he's got friends.
And they've got a friend in him. Sorry,
too
early.
Who needs a kingdom when you have friends?
Yeah.
My kingdom for a warthog, as they said.
When I was a young warthog.
Uh,
It was actually pretty decent.
how much would a audience of kids in a cinema in 1994 laughed when they thought Pumbaa was gonna say fart?
Let me think. I'm trying to go back to the time I was a kid in 1994. Probably a bit too young to see this in the cinema. I don't remember seeing it in the cinema.
The first Disney film I remember seeing in the cinema was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Not because I'm old, but because they re-released it.
I was going to say, wow. I don't remember.
But kids, like a fart joke.
Yeah, fart joke. An
Fart
obvious
joke
fart
in
joke.
a cinema would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Because also he does it for arse.
And who knows, maybe that line will come up later in our episode.
Oh. Okay. I forgot to write notes about that, actually. We just have one scene where we go back to the Pride Lands just to confirm that things are shit under Scar.
Because Scar has control of the weather.
Yeah. We see that Scar has made things shit, though it could just be a normal seasonal drought.
I mean, I don't understand how he takes over and it affects the environment.
So
He's not like denying climate change or something.
think he would vote Liberal, actually. I think one line from Sarabi explains it, and it's potentially a deleted scene.
Oh, because the hyenas are eating all the food that the lions would eat.
There's that,
Yeah.
but there's also Sarabi says the herds have moved on. We only have one choice to move on.
Oh, because they don't have then the zebras and the everything that was bowing to Mufasa at the start that they were going to eat have gone.
But also, I think in the real world,
Yeah.
prides of lions move around
To go with the weather.
to go with the weather and
Yeah.
to go with other things that move around.
Yeah.
Not migratory, more nomadic.
No, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Because once the antelope eat all the grass and there's no more lions to die to feed the grass, the antelopes move on.
But there seem like there be plenty of lions that are dying.
That's true, because they're not getting fed.
But there's no grass for them to mulch, fertilize.
Yes, fertilise. It's the circle of life.
It just became like a flat line at the end.
Yeah,
That was
not
not
a
meant to be a
circle.
pun for like beep, but it kind of
was
works
the
that way.
flatliner of life.
And it killed us all.
Not as catchy. Nala finds them and they have sex.
They definitely have
And-
sex.
But because of the issues that Simba had as a cub, disappointing and then, according to him, killing his
He
father,
has no self-confidence.
he doesn't want to go back, even to root Nala more.
No.
And then she is brutal. At least one of us sounds like your father. She does not
Yeah.
hold back.
Yeah.
She proper... Yeah.
Which is gutsy. How long has it been? 10?
4 years.
4 years.
I'll tell you, a lion is fully grown within 4 years.
You reckon it's only been 4 years between Simba leaving and then him coming back?
Well, in the movie, it's been 4.5 minutes of Hakuna Matata.
yeah.
Lion,
I was
fully
thinking more like
grown.
10 years.
I don't think they would have lived that long. Lions... No, I don't need... Oh, yeah, okay, I didn't put the time in, so it just told me how big a lion gets. A lion reaches full adulthood usually around 4 to 5 years of age. So I'm going to assume he's 1 when Mufasa dies and he leaves.
The
4 years.
timeline of The Lion King was confusing to me. This is what someone on BuzzFeed fed.
Oh, well, that's going to fix it all. The mane continues to grow and darken, so it hasn't darkened yet, because that's the only difference between him and Mufasa. He's still a bit of a ranger.
Somebody says early to mid-20s, 17.
Of adult years.
In lion years, like 3.
Yeah.
In human years, 16 or 17.
Yeah, so he'd be like 5 or 6 in human years when he gets told to leave.
And this person's a scientist.
Well, there you go.
So,
yeah.
okay, so 3 lion years, and then we'll say 15 human years.
3 years. So
Because that's sort of thing. I was like, they
She
haven't
hasn't
seen each
seen
other
him
for ages.
3/15 years.
Well, yeah.
And she's just like, bitch, get some fucking balls and come back and save people.
Yeah. Stop acting like a delinquent.
And then Rafiki knocks him on the head, says some...
He mystical
Vaguely,
Asians.
yeah.
And he, like, runs
He-
up some shit and goes, ah! He's still alive.
Witch doctors him, smells him from miles away.
Yeah, I don't
somehow.
understand.
And then witch doctors him back to... It's probably ayahuasca. That's why he can see Mufasa.
And then they use the same animation for Mufasa in the sky
Yep.
that they did for the start of Aladdin. When the Cave of Wonders opens and it's like a lion.
Oh, yeah.
100% the same.
Yes, there's
And
definitely
I'm pretty
some
sure
repeated
there's some
things.
repeated things that are Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Probably. Got to save money somehow.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they didn't at this point because they just
They
had
didn't need
Aladdin
to
and
save
Beauty
any
and the
money.
Beast
Yeah.
make them a fuck ton of money.
Yep.
So he's convinced to go back. When we do get back there, Sarabi is still like strong. I love when
she's
she
like,
walks past the hyenas.
You
She's like, I'm still the fucking queen
this is
here.
my house.
Sees?
Yeah.
Frick you all. And then it's on. The fight,
Yeah.
the admission of the killing, and that before that, the accusation. I didn't like the slow-mo part of the fight, though.
Nope. You know what? I didn't like the fire. Fire was a bit much for me.
It needed something.
Yeah.
Again, Scar's production values kicked in,
Yeah.
and it needed something.
And
But also, actually, the fire and the rain added to the fight. But then we needed the rain as the symbol of something then grows,
change.
and we find our place in the new circle of life because the cub that was conceived at Timon and Pumbaa's house is the next Lion King.
Which is 5 minutes if you go by lion years.
Yeah.
The interesting
Do I
timing
need to look
of-
up the gestation
No,
period
we
of a
don't
lion?
need to look
No?
up the
Okay.
gestation period of a lion. It's 9 months.
It's not.
It's not. I don't care.
Keep talking then.
I watched this movie the other night when there was a thunderstorm,
Oh.
and it lined up very well with when there was a thunderstorm on screen and when there was a thunderstorm in real life.
Well done.
I didn't even mean it.
100 days.
Wow.
Yeah, 3.5 months.
No wonder they age so quickly.
Then, yeah, the thunderstorm's good at the end, and then it's the new circle of life, complete
Yeah.
with a warthog and a meerkat that no one's allowed to eat.
Going, yeah.
Yeah.
Go us. I didn't do anything. Timon did nothing.
He dressed in
at
drags
least-
and did the hula.
Yeah, Timon at least knocked a few hyenas over a la bowling.
Yes,
Timon was just there.
that's true. So that's the movie.
That is the movie.
Oversimplified.
Yep.
The references back and forth. It's a well-written story, obviously, if it's it's based on Hamlet, one of the classics, so that has the story elements already in it. It is a simplified, more obvious for kids version of it. The references, and then in the script, the references back to like bowling for buzzards becomes bowling for hyenas. That's obvious. The pinning of Simba is when Simba realizes it's Nala when they're grown up. That's an obvious reference back, and then
Yeah.
Simba pins her a little bit later on,
Uh-huh.
so to speak. And so those kind of things are fairly obvious, but it is a kid's movie, so it's okay, and it's very well done.
How is it rated G?
They don't actually have sex on screen.
No, but there's a lot of just general mature themes. Like how many times they say they're going to kill someone?
There's no tobacco depictions.
There isn't, because
G meant something different in the 80s and 90s.
that's true.
We've watched Gremlins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So G meant something different and it's animated.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I have to say, you know who I need to give a pat on the back to?
Who?
Zazu. I have to say, he has a very abusive workplace.
Yeah, well, that's how butlers are for the English court.
He gets eaten
Yep,
by Scar, then spat out.
yep, gross.
He gets pounced on for fun.
Mm.
Um,
The claws were retracted, though.
yeah, he gets sat on by a rhino.
Full rhino. And after being squished between a rhino
Yeah.
and a zebra.
Yeah. He then gets imprisoned.
Yeah.
I mean, give him a raise.
Yeah, give him an extra coconut.
Yeah.
I don't think he eats coconuts, he just sings about them.
No, his circle is different to the other circles.
Got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Diddly-dee.
Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. Oi! It did all right.
Box office.
Critique-wise and box office-wise.
Yep.
It had an initial worldwide gross of $763 million
Oof.
and was the highest grossing film of 1994.
And from memory, 1994, a good year.
Yeah, it had some good movies in it, like Four Weddings and a Funeral,
Oh, that's true.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Then
I didn't put movies in that search term, so Wikipedia was just going to tell me about the whole year 1994.
he probably would have mentioned some of the movies.
Pulp Fiction,
Yeah.
Wide Earp,
Shawshank.
The Little Rascals,
Oh, we need to do that.
Richie Rich,
Oh, children. We had it good in the 90s.
Junior, The Flintstones,
Oh, the Flintstones.
Interview with the Vampire, Speed, we've done.
Oh, of course, Speed.
True Lies.
Anyway. So yeah, it was the highest grossing film of 1994 and then at the time, the second highest grossing film of all time
Wow.
behind Jurassic Park.
Then Titanic came.
It also held the title of being the highest grossing animated film until it was overtaken by Finding Nemo.
Which was then overtaken by a couple of Toy Stories.
Yeah. Interestingly,
Ooh.
it is, which isn't a stat I've seen before when researching, because I kind of forgot it was a thing. It is the best-selling film on home video
Oh.
with over 55 million copies. We may have contributed to that.
Yeah, I have it on the disc,
Great.
I think. There it is.
You didn't watch it on there?
I have a 2-disc set. No, because I was lazy and I just went to Disney Plus.
Yeah, I just was even lazier and I did it on my remote and just did the microphone. It went Lion King. Done.
Did you choose the sing-along version or the...
No, that's what it told me to watch next.
Yeah, it
the
was
live
like,
action
watch
sing-along.
the Beyonce sing-along version.
Because that's easy to do, sing along with Beyonce.
Yeah, especially when she made up the words.
She didn't. She just made up the rhythm and the melody.
There's different words in Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
It's called Progression and Changing Times. The Lion King is the first Disney film to ever have been dubbed in Zulu,
That makes sense.
the only African language aside from Egyptian to have been used for a feature-length Disney dub.
Fantastic.
It was nominated for 4 Oscars and won 2.
Best animated feature film?
No, that wasn't a thing yet.
Oh.
It won Best Score and Best Original Song, and it was nominated for 3 Best Original Songs.
Before the rules changed.
Yeah. So,
Which 3? Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
yeah,
Circle of Life?
yeah,
Kuna Matata.
yeah,
And Can You Feel the Love Tonight won.
yeah.
Even though Circle of Life is better.
Yes, that is
Kuna
correct.
Matata wouldn't have got nominated if it had been only 2.
Correct. It won Golden Globes for Best Picture, Best Score, and Best Song for Can You Feel the Love Tonight again. It was nominated for 7 Grammys,
Ooh.
including 2 nominations for Song of the Year.
Circle of Life.
Circle of
and
Life.
I
and
just
Can You
can't
Feel
wait
the
to be
Love
king.
Tonight.
Oh, damn.
And be prepared.
Now, that was nominated at the GLAAD Awards.
That was nominated. Yes, it was. Best song performed by a homosexual lion.
A queer-coded lion.
Queer-coded lion. It's
why he doesn't have an heir.
Well, look, I mean, how do I talk about
The impact.
the impact?
Well,
Obviously,
there were 2 sequels.
there was 2 sequels.
There was a game.
Direct-to-video follow. I know. I was trying to think of that.
Yeah.
Direct-to-video follow-ups. The sequel, Lion King 2: Simba's Pride.
Yep.
And the prequel / parallel, The Lion King 1.5.
Oh.
2 television series, Lion King's Timon and Pumbaa, which ran for 4 years, and The Lion Guard, which ran for a few years.
In 1995, Timon and Pumbaa's Jungle Games.
We had that game.
Was a PC game.
Yep.
We did have that game. Impact and nostalgia.
It then, obviously, we've touched on live action remake. Sorry, photorealistic remake is what it's called, which also became the highest grossing animated film at the time of its release.
Also, Can You Feel the Love Tonight has longevity as a song in its own right.
Yeah.
And I do really enjoy doing Circle of Life at karaoke.
Great. Broadway,
Oh,
which we saw.
yes.
Not on Broadway, though.
On the West
On
End.
the West End. So it in 1997, so pretty quick turnaround.
Well, they were just like, this is money.
They
Do
called Elton and said, "Hey, Elton, do you want more money to give to AIDS foundations?"
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And then he rang Tim, and Tim
Yeah.
was like, yeah, sure.
Yep.
Let's do it.
It was nominated for 11 Tony Awards.
Oh, my days.
It won Best Musical, Best Direction, Best Choreography, yada, yada, yada.
The staging of that is out of control.
It's incredible.
The fact
The giraffe walked down the aisle.
there was an elephant
Yeah.
on stage. Not a real one. Like the puppetry
Yeah.
and the staging, the costuming is ridiculous. What more positive impact have you got before we mention the obligatory negative impact?
On Northwest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember the game SingStar?
I do.
Do you remember the time we played SingStar one night?
Yes.
And they had Disney SingStar.
SingStar Disney.
And we were doing it as duets.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll take the red microphone, and somebody else took the blue microphone.
Yep.
And we thought, as you would assume, it would go back and forth singing the song.
Yeah.
No.
No. You were the chorus.
I was, hey ya wah wah, hey ya 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 wah wah ya.
Well, I got to be
Ya ya hey me ya 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 wah.
on the day we arrive on the planet.
Hey we ya wah, hey we
I
ya
came at the
wah.
wrong time, sorry.
Hey we ya wah, hey we ya wah.
Yeah.
It
Apparently,
was the most frustrating thing, but hilarious.
That, which was not the words you just sung,
No.
translate to, like, he is the lion, he is the king.
Oh, and then it goes zoom at the end just to say the Lion King.
Just goes...
It's obviously got a lot of references we're not going to go into. But the main
Okay.
one that I remember is Modern Family.
Okay.
In the first episode when they bring Lily home.
Oh,
and he
yeah,
does the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
big...
Yeah.
And then the other one that I remember that's really funny is the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. And Titus tries to do like an piss-off take of The Lion King. And he's got a cat. And he's just in this off Broadway theatre with one guy in the audience. And he just goes, Ha Honda Sanjiwa. And so deliberately changes the lyrics.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like Disney's lawyer. And he's just like, please stop. So anyway, that was it.
Okay. It's great. And it's just like the cultural impact of just people picking things up like Simba.
Yeah. I also think that Lion King is our generation's Frozen.
Correct.
It's that big.
I think, yeah, it's bigger than Beauty and the Beast for that.
Yep. Because I don't want to... All genders. Frozen is very much a girl's
Oh, I thought you
film.
were talking about Beauty and the Beast. Beauty
And
and the
a
Beast.
little bit Beauty and the Beast.
Well,
Because it's a love story.
can I pull you
Lion
up on
King,
all
not
genders?
so much.
Lion King is not all genders.
No, as in it's more open to males.
Yeah, but it's not open to females.
It is,
She
because
doesn't
there's a
even- she doesn't have
girl.
a song.
The Circle of Life is a woman.
She sings one verse of "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?"
And she nails it. No, and in the girl in the I Just Can't Wait to Be King. No one's saying stop that. That's it.
So it's not open to all genders.
And that's why Beyonce's allowed to change the lyrics to give her more songs.
What?
Because if you put Beyonce in your movie, she's getting a song.
What it is that it's not excluding men
Yes.
like Beauty and the Beast and Frozen do. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
Little Mermaid.
let's not get into that. That fails the Bechdel test though.
No females talk to each other.
Nala asks her mum, and then her mum asks Sarabi. That's a conversation between the three of them, but it's about whether or not they can go with Simba.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Done.
So let's do some awards.
Let's go.
I honestly don't have many notes.
Uh-huh.
As we've discussed with all of our animated films, extras are tricky.
I don't have a worst extra.
I don't have a worst extra. Sorry, Andy Millman. I have one nomination for best extra.
I have 3.
Okay. Will you say yours because there's more than mine?
The baby giraffe as it blinks and steps into the sun.
I'm miming it just for if you got to get on YouTube to see this.
Yeah.
Huge eyelashes for a baby.
I mean,
Giraffes do have big eyelashes though.
yeah, well,
that's a
they've got
fact.
big eyes.
No, but like their eyelashes are big for their eyes even.
Great.
I know. I'm all about the science tonight and the linguistics.
Great. The Rhine that sits on Zazu.
I'm actually so proud that I got that right
That
about
was
Doritos.
ridiculous. I can't believe it. Fuck off.
I know a couple of people that speak Spanish. One who teaches Spanish. I'm going to mention that to her.
Oh, Dios mio.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you say, oh, my days? Oh, dia mio.
Oh, Dios mio is on my days.
Oh, Dios mio is, oh, my God.
Okay.
I'm pretty
Dios?
sure. Dias with an A. Because days are female. Because everything in Spanish has a gender.
That's true.
Even a chair.
Yeah, Dios mio means my days. You're right. My God. I also nominated the Rhino that sits
on
rhino
Zazu.
that sits on Zazu's like,
Yeah.
just can't wait to be king. Also, you'll be pleased to know this. Another southern white rhino has just recently been born at Werribee Open Range Zoo.
Talk about cultural impact.
That's you.
They better talk about me.
I'm going to engrave you on a brick next time I go there.
I had another one.
Yep.
It has more than one line, but you
Ed?
don't see them on screen.
Oh.
The whoever they are that sings Circle of Life.
Oh.
No character. It's not Rafiki.
On the stage it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, can we just that's an award.
Best off-screen performance.
Yeah. There's
Here you go.
there's a $2 shop Oscar. Well done.
Well done, unnamed singer.
I'm sure that they're not pre-named. Singer Circle of Life. Carmen Twilly.
From the day we arrived on the planet.
Performed by Carmen Twilly.
Great.
The deep female lead vocals, and Lebo M, the opening vocals in Zulu. So, Carmen, thank you. Here you go.
Oh, and La Boheme as well. Well done.
If you're listening, let us know. We'll send that to you. It'll cost more to send than the thing actually cost. So that's the Rhino. That sits
We
on
both
Zazu,
nominated the Rhino.
is the best extra. One also I didn't have notes. I don't know about worst line.
I have 3.
It's a very good script.
It is.
There's a couple of instances where Zazu makes very modern human references,
Okay.
which I wasn't hugely a fan of. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Yeah, I know what you
write,
mean, though.
I didn't write them down quickly enough.
I voted for Simba saying to the hyena, why don't you pick on someone your own size? And then the hyena says, like you.
They're not the same size.
They're not the same size.
They will be in 6 months, but they're not the same size.
Although,
closer to Simba's size than Zazu's.
That's true. I also nominated They Call Me Mr. Pig.
I just think the delivery of that line is not great.
Well, it's a reference of Sidney Poitier in the heat of the night. They call me Mr. Tibbs, which is about race. Because they call him boy.
Yeah.
And he's like, they call me Mr. Tibbs.
Yeah, okay.
So a warthog saying it, I don't get it. After the reference of, are you talking to me?
Yeah. I just thought it wasn't a great delivery because he should have said, they call me Mr. Pig. Like,
Yeah,
they call
Mr. Pig.
They call him Pig.
Yeah.
And he says, they call me Mr. Pig instead of they call me Mr. Pig.
Yeah.
As if, like, have some fucking respect. Now we're on.
Yeah.
But which I guess, and then the have some respect is that Sidney Poitier line as well.
I then nominated, which I touched on before.
Always saving your ass.
No, Pumbaa not in front of the kids.
Too meta.
Because he looked at the camera.
Yeah.
And said Pumbaa not in front of the kids.
If he'd said kid and not looked at the camera, he could have been referring to Simba.
Yes, but he says kids and looks at the camera.
I'm not surprised you nominated that one.
Yep, there you go. Winner.
Yeah.
The worst thing is because it's in the song, and if you listen to it on Spotify, it's in there too.
Yeah, well, the kids would be in the car then on the way to school.
Was it in SingStar?
Yep. All right, so...
Fourth wall break. What a surprise.
Not in front of the kids. Yeah, I'm actually going to agree because in this case, I didn't like it.
If it was Pumbaa not in front of the kid, fine.
Yep.
I'm fine with that. Then we'd be saying, call me Mr. Pig.
The Ben Stiller, there's something about Mary most cryingest moment.
The end.
I cried.
Sex scene.
I cried at the peak of the first song.
Oh my God.
The song climaxes, I was like, oh, it's such a good song. Such a good song.
It really should have won an Oscar.
Yes. It's a better song.
It is.
It's a better song than Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Sorry, Elton, even though he wrote both.
He's fine. He then won another thing for a song he shouldn't have won for. But anyway.
What was that?
That song from the Rocket Man movie, which was just such a meh.
Okay.
Anyway.
So I did tear up then. I didn't tear up at the end.
No?
No, because the holding up the next baby, it's like, whatever.
What about during Can You Feel the Love Tonight and then Timon's crying? And if they fall in love,
our pal is doomed.
this trio's down to two.
Nathan Lane changes regions a little bit through his accent.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's fine. All right, the Darth Vader, I'm your father, most iconic scene.
James L. Jones.
James L. Jones.
Look, I know what it's going to be, but I've got a second nomination.
I've got a few scenes that are worth a mention.
Yes.
Even though I didn't like the slow-mo, the last fight between Scar and Simba, if you just take that bit out, I think is reasonably epic.
Okay.
I don't know if it's iconic, but it's a good scene.
It's good animation.
Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Meh.
I don't know. The song is iconic.
Yep.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata, it's all right.
Yep.
The Stampede.
Mufasa's death. Particularly the shot where Scar drops him.
But also the shot where it's like super zoom in.
Oh, you
on
zoom
Simba.
in on Simba when the stampede starts, and then you zoom out from Simba when he sees Mufasa fall.
Yeah.
Those two kind of bookends the scene. I didn't even cry when Mufasa died.
Nah.
It's sad. I don't do sad.
Well-adjusted humans do, though.
That's true. That's not this room. You're maladjusted.
I'm just emotionless. I don't
You're
care.
maladjusted one way, and then I'm maladjusted the other way. Did you see when I shared for the anniversary of Free Willy that was last month? I showed the ending, the most iconic scene. I shared it on TikTok, and I said, if this scene didn't make you cry, you're either cold or Brett.
Yeah, don't cry at movies.
I'd cry enough for both of us.
I do cry at a few movies, but that's fine. Not about animated lions dying.
Okay, but the actual most iconic scene that we actually knew even before we picked that we were going to do this movie
is Be Prepared.
We just need to decide whether it's the whole Circle of Life song.
Whole opening to the shwoomp credit.
That's long. TikTok won't allow me to share the whole thing.
It's one scene.
That's true. What I'm going to share, though, is the most iconic part of that iconic scene.
The lifting.
Lift, sun,
Elephants go crazy.
zoom out from the rock.
Yeah.
Because that's the iconic shot, which we always talk about iconic
And
scene.
it's
or
the
iconic
peak
shot.
of it's the circle of life. Hey, ya, wawa, hey, ya, way, hey, ya,
That bit.
Bing, bing, wawa, wempa, way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Sorry to anyone
I don't know.
who listens that speaks Zulu
I'm so
and
sorry.
knows the words to that song.
You've been hearing white people butcher your language for 30 years, and I apologise.
We're just adding to it.
Yeah.
30 of your years.
Yeah, but wawa, hey, way. No, it's 30 years since this movie came out where white people said, no, I can sing that. That's fine.
Oh, I thought generally they've
Next
heard
time you
white
do-
people butcher their language for much longer than 30 years.
Next time you do karaoke, can we do that? I'll go with you. Can we do the Circle of Life? And I will literally just be the backing
We'll do the
vocals.
duet. Yeah. I went to karaoke last couple of weeks ago. It
I know.
was a mess. It was great, though.
Did you kick anyone off this time?
Well, no, we got the room. There was 10 of us at FM karaoke. The room is the size of this room.
I know. It's ridiculous.
And I know viewers on YouTube that TV studios, which I'm claiming
this is 10 by 4.
always looks like a bigger room than it is. It was not a room for 10 people singing. Like, if you just put a
No.
table in there, just us dinner and drinks, no problem.
Yeah, but then you have to
Singing?
move around and stand up.
Well,
and-
we just threw the microphone around the room, but everyone sung pretty much to every song.
He's holding back, he's hiding.
Except
Sorry.
for Delilah, which I put on at the end of the night because I wanted to sing it. Only one person of the group of 10 knew that I could sing, and that was my husband. And so then when I sung Delilah and sung it very well, they were like, he can fucking sing.
That's like when I sing at various family gatherings and I sing Shallow by Lady Gaga
Yeah.
and Bradley Cooper. I take the piss out of it. And then we sang a legitimate thing and people from our family came up and were like, so you can actually sing? I'm like, yes, I've been taking the piss for 5 years.
So our dad was a music teacher for 40 years.
Yeah, and I was singing in the car with Mum on the way
This
to
is-
Altona Gate for 20 years.
This is the other side of the family. But
Yeah.
so dad's side of the family, no, we can sing because dad's side of the family is the very musical side of the family. But mum's side of the family, even though they know dad was a music teacher for 40 years, is still surprised when we do anything musical.
And so are some of my friends. Like
Yeah.
my best friend Steph, shout out Steph if you're listening, and her fiance Brent, shout out Brent if you're listening.
Steph knows you can sing.
Steph knows I can sing because we were in a national championship winning choir together.
Ka-ching.
Right. Brent knows this.
Yeah.
And then we're in the car in road trip and I was singing along. And they're like, you can sing? Oh, yes, I can sing. And then people are also shocked when I can rap to Nicki Minaj, which I don't understand why that's a surprise to people. Anyway, I don't know what that has to do with the line.
It doesn't have anything to do with the Lion King other than
Yeah.
then we can do Hakuna Matata as a duet
Yeah.
because we're friends and we have no worries.
For the rest of my days.
For the rest of your days.
For the rest of Dias Mios.
Can I nominate a top 5 that we're going to do this month with no discussion?
Yep.
Top 5 movies based on Shakespeare that aren't Shakespeare's. So
Oh,
not
so
the Kenneth
Lion
Branagh's.
King, 10 Things I Hate About You, Anyone But You,
Yep.
Much Ado About Nothing.
Not the ones.
Yeah.
Yeah?
West Side Story. Oh, done.
Thanks for listening to...
What are we doing next month?
Okay, so top 5 movies
Shakespeare.
based on Shakespeare. We'll
Yep.
do a little bit research. We might narrow that down and see if there are top 5 animated movies based on Shakespeare.
Because we're doing Rainbow Popcorn, John Waters' Hairspray.
Yes, we've done Hairspray.
And that's also based on Shakespeare.
Yeah, that's based on The Tempest.
Yep.
Is it? No, it's not. No, I know it's not.
You could draw a long enough bow to say that anything is inspired by Shakespeare.
Wait till next week's episode. I will.
Jesus. And do you know what next month is, Lee?
I'm a big Shakespeare fan. To give me a clue.
No, it's like October.
Yeah, October, so we have to do a Halloween movie.
Yeah. So I haven't shuffled yet. I was just like...
So at Rainbow Popcorn, we are doing a Nightmare on Elm Street 2 Freddy's Revenge.
Yes, we are.
Because that's apparently very homo. Even more
Hashtag no homo.
Even more queer-coded than Jeremy Irons' Scar.
I can't remember a line. All right, shuffle.
All right, it's a special Halloween list.
Shuffle.
What if it shuffles up Halloween? We've already done Halloween.
Wow, speaking of queer-coded.
What? Oh, clues. Queer-coded. God, it could be... There's a whole lot. Is it Johnny Depp in a crop top?
No, it's two hot vampires that aren't in love with each other.
Which is also an anniversary.
Yeah.
Interview with the Vampire.
Interview with the Vampire.
Wow.
There
Which
you
I've
go.
not seen.
Neither have I. I started watching the TV show.
We had it on VHS. as
Why?
kids. I don't know. Mum. Because Mum had the books too.
I remember seeing it in the bookshelf.
So
I remember looking at books in a bookshelf. I didn't read any of them.
all right. So, wow. That is unintentionally a gay Halloween month.
Well, that's our top 5 for next month.
So if in 2 weeks you're at Rainbow Popcorn live at Pride, you will get to hear us talk a lot about gay cinema.
The shuffle was so close to picking Hocus Pocus again.
Which is not queer-coded, but iconic.
Cool.
Yeah, there's too much yarbos in Hocus Pocus to be queer-coded. All right, 6 Degrees of Batman's Butler from The Lion King to Interview with the Vampire. Brad Pitt to James Earl Jones.
Matthew Broderick.
I
can't name a lot of his movies.
Reese Witherspoon. He was also Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick Election, was Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, okay. That's got a few people in it.
Yeah.
Interview with the Vampire, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Kirsten Dunst.
Oh, that opens up a lot.
Yeah.
Kirsten Dunst has to link to someone.
The producers
Nathan Lane.
had Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane in it.
All right, that gives us...
Which I'm pretty sure the movie also had Uma Thurman and Will Ferrell.
Okay. Will Ferrell, Uma Thurman to Kirsten Dunst, Brad Pitt, or Tom Cruise? Tom Cruise, Vince Vaughn. Uma Thurman to Vince Vaughn? No. Will Ferrell to Vince Vaughn?
Surely.
Well, Owen Wilson. It was Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson in
Wedding
Crashers.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we need to go via Michael Gough. Okay, so Uma Thurman gets us to Michael Gough.
Uma Thurman. So it goes Matthew Broderick, Thurman, Michael Gough.
Michael Gough. Then George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Ocean's 11. Done.
And that actually works out.
And it is under 6 degrees of normal. We don't have
And then I think there'd be a quicker way to do it.
Well, yeah. Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Kirsten Dunst would have been in an episode of ER.
She was. Sorry. Kirsten Dunst was a 15-year-old junkie on the street.
Yep.
And because George Clooney, Dr. Doug Ross, is a pediatrician,
Yeah.
takes her under his wing.
Oh, that just gets us back to the interview with the vampire.
Multi-episode arc.
That just gets us back to interview with the vampire.
Oh, you know what? James L. Jones was in. I watched an episode of ER yesterday. The catcher from Sandlot, was in ER. Just FYI.
Shit.
Yeah, I was going to take a photo of it, but I didn't.
Well, that's James
L. Jones to ER. 6
right.
degrees of ER. That's our new thing.
Okay. I'll do 6 degrees of Michael Goff, and you do 6 degrees of ER from now on. All right?
Great.
Cool. All right. Thanks for listening to another episode of Two Drink Cinema. In 2 weeks' time, we will be back at Pride of Our Footscray for Rainbow Popcorn Live, reviewing Freddy's Revenge, Nightmare on Elm Street 2. And next month for Halloween, we will also be doing Interview with the Vampire. So #no homo for Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, even though it's #homo.
I haven't even seen the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well, Nightmare on Elm Street 2 doesn't fit.
Well, I still watch it.
I don't think you need to have seen one, but watch one, and then we'll watch 2 together to prep for the night.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Brett.
Thanks, Lee. Cheers. Thanks for listening to Two Drink Cinema. We would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which this podcast was produced and pay our respects to elders past and present.
If you'd like to support the podcasts, either leave a tip or become a member for early access to these episodes by using the link in the show notes.
Join the Facebook group for more chat about the movies we review, and make sure you follow us on the socials to keep up to date.
Hit the subscribe button and leave us a review on your podcast app.
Happy viewing and drink responsibly.